Have you thought to yourself, man, the Great League is so limited in its meta and so rock, paper, scissors? If only there was a more limited meta that was even more rock, paper, scissors. I definitely do that. Well, that must have been what Niantic thought when they came up with this very dumb Electric Cup, which is a single typing that bans 4 Pokemon in an already limited field. So, welcome, hey everyone, Electric Cup, 1500 CP, all only electric Pokemon, Stunfisk, Heliclisk, Charjabug, and Vigavolt are banned. So what does that mean? It means you have 20 basically unusable Pokemon. When I say unusable, it's because you're going to see the top not 10 here have play. The 11 to 20 don't really have play. And it comes down to what secondary typing these Pokemon have and what other fast moves they can get. And that's the problem with this really not smart cup. You have, let's just go to the second page because you have Pietrazy, which is a Pokemon that's only limited, like you can only get it in certain places as it is. Golem, Geodude, Graveler, Golem, I'm just going to use interchangeably because they are interchangeably in what they can do. But then you get down here, Ampharos, Dedenne, Togedemaru, Shadow, Manectric. Manectric has play, but Shadow does not because it's a little more glassy. Electivire, Magnezone, Raichu. All these, if you look at the first moves, except for Dedenne, which you're using Tackle now, Thundershock, Spark, Thundershock. And then you have like the secondary moves, which some are still using Electric, which are useless in a Electric meta. And then some of the other second moves, Mirror Shot, Brick Break, these are useless. So if you want to PVPoke, the difference between Lantern and something like a Raichu, even though it's only 20 spots difference, is like a score of like 20, which means like Lantern is super dominant and Raichu is basically unusable. And what it's going to come down to in this meta is there are going to be 10 Pokemon that every single person is going to use. I would be very surprised if anyone used, maybe someone used, yeah, like no one's going to use 17, 18, 19, or 20. Like there's no reason to. The only Pokemon you need to worry about are Lantern, because you can use Water Gun and Surf, which will hit everything for at least neutral. Luxray, hitting, so this is what you need to think. The fast moves on these ones are going to change everywhere. So you need to watch out for that because Luxray is running a hidden power ground move. So they let a ground fast move type Pokemon into a electric meta, which will do super effective against everything here. So expect Luxray to be every here because hidden power hit super effective and everything. Psychic Fangs, like a fast move that does super effective, and Psychic Fangs to lower their attack. Like pretty good, lower their defense. So just combo that 2 times in a row if you want. Galvantula, Fury Cutter, and an Energy Ball. Great answer to almost everything on this list. Venom, if you want to spend some dust on this, Quick Attack, Grass Knot, like that's going to give you great coverage. The Electrodes are interesting. Because again, Foul Play, Hyper Beam on Electrode. That's why Electrode's getting a bump here, is because it has 2 non-electric fast moves, one being a nuke that can do well against anything. And then Hussein Electrode is good because it basically just walls Lantern because it is half grass. So it walls the #1 Pokemon in this meta. And then you have Manectric, which could be fun, but it's very bait dependent because you are in Psychic Fangs to lower their defense and an Overheat, which will pretty much one-shot almost anything on here except for Lantern. And then you have the Geodude, Graveler, Golem, which are just Rock-type users to deal with all the electric. So very dumb meta. 10 to 15 Pokemon that you're going to see everywhere. 10 to 15 Pokemon that you can use. What are some teams that you can possibly use? Well, let's just start with the basic 1-2 combo here, and I'll show why it's just going to be on everyone's team because it covers every single thing, right? Even in these losses against Galvantula, Minimum Electrode, like it's still, even though these losses are losses, they're not like circle, square, filled in losses. So you're losing, but not terrible. And then you cover every single thing down the meta. Super effective because Weak to Graveler, Golem, Weak to Water. Dedenne doesn't really have anything to throw, just the water is going to outpace you here. Electivire, same thing. You just don't really have anything to throw, like neutral wild charges, and you're just going to get outpaced by the water guns, right? Cover it with Galvantula. Galvantula is the answer to everything in the top here. And there you go. So there's your 2. That's going to be on every single core. Pick a third. I picked Electrode as a safe swap because I think, again, Electrode having Foul Play and Hyper Beam is probably good for almost anything in this meta, right? So the 2 top Pokemon with a Pokemon that can hit everything in this meta for at least neutral with their charge moves and has at least 1 nuke. Second team, I did build around Husseini Electrode because I know it's just like the biggest answer to Lantern. And even though it's the biggest answer to Lantern, you still only win small, which is pathetic. Galvantula, Manectric, Electivire all hit you for big wins. So you got to cover weakness there. So I covered it with Graveler, because Graveler as the rock type Pokemon will just basically neutralize all the main electrics here. And then picture third. Manectric I think is just fun with like the overheat to kind of blast things, right? So hopefully the Electrode and Graveler will grab some shields, Manectric in the back, just to go boom. And then the last one, we're already cycling back Pokemon because again, 10 Pokemon you can use. Might as well use Galvantula more than once. Luxray, again, Luxray with the fast move and Psychic Fangs is just going to combo all the way down. That's why you have wins. That's why you have not so hard losses. Cover your losses with Galvantula. Pick a third. Geodude covers the sort of weaknesses as a rock type Pokemon. You can sub in Graveler or Golem. So there are your 6-7 Pokemon that you're going to be seeing in this meta. I'll play once for Teams Friday. Problem is this meta is on with Great League right now, and I'm having a lot of trouble with Great League. With the limited meta, I've already explained it, why you're only seeing like 10 Pokemon in the Great League right now because of the meta, because Noctowl killed the safe swap and it killed how you can build teams. So you get to decide between limited RPS Great League meta or limited RPS Electric Cup. So thanks Niantic for giving us a single typing again, even though we have said multiple times the single typing is dumb. It does not work. It limits the meta. It makes it RPS. There's only 10 usable Pokemon. It's not fun. And yet we get Fighting Cup multiple times. We get Electric Cup now. Just the Weather Cup was actually fun. You had they had like 4 different typings and you can do combos of team. You had like 20 different Pokemon, 25 different Pokemon combos that you can use. It was fun. This is not going to be fun. So anyways, that's my rant. That's all the teams. Good luck. I'll showcase one team tomorrow and then we'll probably go back to Great League for the rest of the week. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.